Talking Dolphins 2026 schedule, Rod. How do you feel, man? It's really here. Like, we did it, baby. We got to this side of the offseason, man.
We made it.
We can see the end of the tunnel, and it's light, it's bright, and it's full of orange and teal colors, dog. I'm excited. We're really here, dog. We survived the offseason, baby. We survived the offseason, baby.
Now for the next phase.
Now for the next phase. So, Rob, where do you want to start, bro? There's a bunch of places we could take this conversation. There's the rise of the international games that we could talk about. Obviously, the Dolphins schedule that's leaked. We could talk about that. Week 1, which is leaked. The future of the holiday games, which has leaked, and what that means. The streaming wars.
Let's do the Dolphins, man. Let's knock out the Fins, man.
Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Dolphins, man. So first things first. Let's get to the comments first. Ralphie already know, man. Shout out to the boys already in the chat, man. So, the Dolphins are going to be playing the AFC West and the AFC North, I believe. And who else? What is it going to be? It's going to be AFC West and
NFC North, Bengals, Indy, and San Fran.
Woo! So I'm just gonna go ahead. Wait, let me frame the conversation with the non-division opponents that we got, just so people, if you're not a super nerd and you know the teams by division and all that stuff, so that means that the Miami Dolphins are going to be playing the Cincinnati Bengals, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Los Angeles Chargers again, the Chicago Bears, the Detroit Lions, the Indianapolis Colts, the Denver Broncos, and the Las Vegas Raiders, as well as the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. And to finish off, that last non-division team is going to be the San Francisco 49ers. Boy, boy, you got some heat coming y'all way, man. You got to play the Green Bay Dolphins. You got to play them. They got to play the Miami Packers. So that's like negative and positive energy, antimatter and matter colliding. Yeah, that could be very dangerous. You guys got to play the 49ers. You feel me? They got hella like radiation because of their field. That could be dangerous. You got to play one-legged Patrick Mahomes. Who knows what can happen there? You got to play the paper champions, LA Chargers, the guys that are always going to win the Super Bowl before the season starts. You feel me? Like, what are your thoughts, man?
Teams, man. Plenty of stories. Shout out to True Blazer, man. What's up, player? But look, Herbie, here's the funny thing about the schedule being released to me. Like, we always, like, every year you look at the schedule and we base things off of last season's strength of schedule. But here's the reality, Herbie. First of all, the Dolphins are in one of the rare years where we are playing with what I would say is house money. Because here's the reality. It doesn't really matter for us to be good. It's actually more if you are okay, let me frame it like this. If you are someone who believes that you can find a franchise quarterback in this next crop of quarterbacks coming out in next year's draft, it actually got like you want the schedule to be as hard as it looks. But to me, Herbie, the beauty of the NFL, the reality of the NFL, Herbie, is that the teams that once were a season ago are sometimes not this season. So the schedule looks hard right now, but some of these teams are going to fall off. Some of these teams will be the same. And if you ask me, even though the Dolphins are primed to be bad, I actually have a huge question mark as to what the hell this team is going to be. I'll be honest with you because I'm afraid, Herbie, that we're going to be what we've been, which is mediocre. If we're going to be one extreme or the other. I don't want
for sure.
The same old Dolphins. You feel me? But the one thing that I find I like this. I don't know about some of you other Fins fans, but my God, thank God we ain't on prime time. I'm sick of watching these guys underperform on prime time.
This will be tough. This will be tough. This will be a tough year to be on prime time, man. Like
I thought you might get the Packers on prime time because a little juicy storyline there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I'll say this. This will be really, really tough, right? Like sometimes the NFL has to stop and say, hey, they can't be on prime time. They have a potential to be such a bad team that it will set the NFL back a couple of years, and we can't have that on primetime television. So, it would hurt the Shield if the worst, if the worst possible timeline version of what this Miami Dolphins team could be, which is the worst version, like of all the outcomes, it's the worst, and they were on prime time, you would set football back 20 years. We will be watching Stone Age football, and the NFL had to step in and say we can't have that. So shout out to the NFL that have the discernment to not put this Miami Dolphins on primetime. And again, the beauty of the NFL, which is another reason why they're this behemoth that they become in North America, is they have the ability to flex things out, right? Say the Dolphins are an incredible team for whatever reason, right? They can flex you in a primetime game.
Oh, for
So
sure.
they always have that opportunity. So right now, tentatively, you guys are not on prime time. It's looking like y'all definitely not going to be on prime time. But from my understanding, I believe every team is supposed to have at least one prime time
At least
game.
one, yeah.
Which, if you look at the schedule, if that schedule is accurate that we have, there is a game against the Patriots that says TBD, right? So that could be a potential for that to be your primetime game, the last game of the year when nobody gives a fuck, man. Shout out to the NFL, man. They know what they're doing, man.
They're like, they're like, if the Patriots need to win the division, maybe we'll save it.
Truly genius.
Oh
Truly
man.
genius.
But
So,
you know what, Herbie? I mean, listen, and I will say this, man. Despite how everybody's really feeling, because if you listen to any other media, pretty much just about everybody is already singing the Dolphins' death, right? I think pretty much everybody's expecting us to be one of the top three teams picking. But I love this version of the Dolphins right now, Herbie, because there's a lot of question marks. There's a lot of unknowns, right? Like we're going into this new season expecting the worst, but that sometimes there's a beauty in that because you can expect the worst, and whatever results you get will be it'll far exceed your expectations. So I don't know, man. Like I'm super excited because everything's new, right? New GM, new coach, a new group of guys. This Dolphins team has like a little bit of a bad news bears feel, Herbie. Now it's easy for me to say this. Now, come week 6, week 7, week 8, I might feel differently. But as of right now, your boy's feeling good. Your boy's feeling good.
okay, so what I want to do, I want to go ahead and use what we have. So I'm just gonna go right through all the games and blitz through them. And if this is accurate, cool. If it's not, hey, whatever, bro. We got fooled by the internet, dog. That's how the game goes. So the 2026 schedule, according to the leak that you shared with me, you guys play the Raiders week 1 at the Raiders week 1 at 49ers week 2,
Two road
home
games
against the
off the bat.
Chiefs off the bat, home against the Chiefs in week 3, at Minnesota week 4, home game against Cincinnati, bye week in week 6, an early bye week, at the Jets, home against the Patriots, home against the Lions, at the Colts. Then it's going to be week 11 at Buffalo, week 12 home against the Jets, week 13 at the Broncos. That is going to be a tough game. Maha Stadium is crazy. Then you guys are going to get a home game with the Bears, week 14. Then you're going to go to Green Bay, Miami North, week 15 against the Green Bay Dolphins, and then you're going to go to LA. You're going to have in week 16 against the Chargers, week 17 at the home against the Bills, and then TBD at New England, bro. So if that schedule is accurate, that is a tough schedule for a team that is
And you
not
know
all
what,
that
Herbie?
talented.
You know what? You know what takes me off about that schedule, bro? How come we only have 2 home games in like the first 2 months of the season, and none of them are against a division rival? Like, did the Bills crying that one year really affect them that much, dog? So
Yeah.
we have to go to the cold because we're gonna be playing, in Buffalo in the cold. We're gonna be playing up north in the cold. And you mean to tell me, bro, we couldn't get at least one? We couldn't even get the Jets at home to start the year in Miami in the heat. They're just gonna completely strip our home field advantage from our division rivals. I mean, not like it really matters, right? I don't think the Dolphins are likely finishing fourth, but I just take offense to that kind of schedule, man. It's like, come on, give us one of them boys, man. But
Nah, facts.
it's looking
Facts.
tough though, man. I mean, Herbie, think about how it starts. You're on the road against possibly Mendoza and the Raiders. I don't know who they plan on starting, right? But you might it might be
And you
Mendoza.
got to think about it. So you're gonna get the Raiders when it is super lit. Like it's gonna be the most enthusiasm that they're gonna have at any point in the
Oh,
season. It's
oh
going
yeah.
to be in Las Vegas. It's gonna be in that stadium. Raiders fans, like I heard that, like I really want to go to a Raiders game because I heard the atmosphere is crazy. So it's gonna be super hyped up. People are gonna be super excited to see the rookie quarterback. People are gonna be super excited to see the new head coach and see what they could do with Ashton Genty. So, dog, hold on, man, hold on. We
Ashton.
Ashton is in here talking about week 4, bro. We already got somebody laying down the gauntlet, bro. We have a Minnesota purple people eater amongst us. We have a villain amongst us, bro. There is a collision course with the guy by the name of JJ McCarthy or Kyler. Matter of fact, I didn't even think of y'all might be playing Kyler Murray in week 4 against Minnesota. Woo, boy, boy, y'all got some heat. Y'all got some quarterbacks to play this season, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, Herbie, imagine 2 road games in West Coast, and then you start your first home game is Mahomes, who's
And
Mike
Brian
one of the
Flores. And
and
then you
it's
got to go play Brian Flores after that. And then after that, you got to go play Joe Bengal, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. And then you get a bye week. And then after that very early bye
we
week,
get the
you
ice.
got
The team
a.
gets to ice their assholes week 6 before taking a pounding the rest of the year. That's just what's gonna happen.
So, Ralphie, 220 at Las Vegas per ticket with nosebleeds is crazy work. Ralphie, you got to understand. Those tickets pay for Las Vegas. The Las Vegas Raiders game are never cheap. Those tickets have to pay for that ridiculous spaceship of a stadium that they have, bro. And they pay for the sphere and they pay for all the construction, bro. That's why it's really expensive to go to a Raiders game. It literally pays for all that crap that's in Las Vegas right now because ain't nobody going to the goddamn casinos, bro. So yeah, for sure. Like there's been many times that I have went to Las Vegas, hung out in Las Vegas, and tried to go to a Raiders game and said, hell no. Hell no. Oh yeah. You guys will never play the Buffalo Bills
Oh,
in you will never play them in Florida heat, in September heat again. It's
man, that
never
boy
gonna
Q
happen.
said they call. Oh, bro, they really did call OSHA, bro.
You will
Bro, you
never
didn't
play
tell me
them.
since that game, bro.
You will never play the Bills in September again. The
That's
earliest you will
crazy
at
work.
home. You will never play the Bills at home in September ever again. The earliest you will get a home game is November if it's the Bills, bro. Like the Bills get whatever they want. We've never had it's sudden death my entire life. Josh Allen to get the ball, so now everybody gets the thing. Josh Allen died because he was just had to be hot in a September early game and short arm to pass to close out
Imagine
the.
after kicking our ass year after year, you finally lose one, and you want to fucking blame the Heat, man. Oh
All
my!
right. Okay. So based off of that, Rod, because I want to go ahead and get to the other discussions in regards to the schedule. What do you think you guys go off the top? What do you think you guys are gonna what with this record? What kind of record you think you're gonna have?
You know, Herbie, I'm not one of those guys who wants my team to lose, but I can kind of look at the bigger picture. So I think the Dolphins will probably go. If I'm being honest, I see a 4-13 team. We
Woo.
might win 4 games, man, maybe. And that's
Listen,
me.
I will say this. I will say this. This is the year to be back, right? Like
Yeah.
whether you
How's the money?
believe in Arch Manning or not, he's going to be a top 5 pick. Whether you believe in Dante Moore or not, he's going to be in this draft. You have the cornerback from Notre Dame, Leonard Moore. You have Jeremiah Smith. You have Dylan Campbell, Cole Kalman. Like there's so many top tier prospects. This is the year to be in the top 10. If the Dolphins are ever going to be in the top 10, this is the year to be in the top 10. So it's okay to be bad this year, guys. Like,
How's money?
just don't be 7-10. Don't be 9-9.
Herbie, that's my fear. That's my fear that the 500 gods keep calling for us, man.
This is not the year to pull that crap, dog. Please don't do that
Now,
nonsense.
I will,
Please.
Herbie, I will say this. There is an exception. If it turns out, and I don't think too many people are banking on this, but if it turns out that the Malik Willis experiment is actually a success, I feel different, right? Like, let's say we finish 10-7 because we find out that Malik is a lot better than we thought, given the weapons he has on offense. I feel differently, especially if he looks the part, right? But other than that scenario, which is not a scenario I'm expecting, yeah.
Let's go.